Welcome to a special episode of Red Stars Report, a podcast for fans of Chicago Stars FC and a community for everyone. I'm your host, LT.
And I am your co-host, Liz.
Today, Liz and I will be going through the new 2025 NWSL kits that just got released. And let's give them grades. We're gonna we're gonna go through and rate these. We will not be ranking them. You can obviously put our grades together and see what our potential rankings would be, but we're just going to grade them, give our thoughts on them. I will be describing each kit based on the club's releases. If you are listening, I may suggest that you go to YouTube and watch us, or uh, pull them up on your computer, pull them up on your phone, and look at the kits as we're talking about them because it'll be a little confusing if you're not looking at the kits that we're talking about.
Yeah, they are. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you graded things. I'm so excited because we have no idea what each other has put as grades at this point for either of these.
Yeah. Yeah, we have not revealed each other's grades to each other, so we'll see if this is yet another moment where Liz and I agree with each
Or
other,
even
which,
opinion. Like we don't know who likes what. Like
yeah, I
we've
haven't
not
even
talked about this at
said we have
all.
not talked about the kits other than Chicago's. If, yeah, it's, yeah. Please don't think that my grades are based on anything other than the design because I gave some bad grades to clubs that I like. So just keep that in mind because there are clubs that are clubs I enjoy watching and like the players on them that I did not grade very well with these. It's purely on design and what I like about them and what I don't like about them.
It's fair. It's fair enough. I mean, I feel like I might have had a little bias in mind based on who the team was.
Nah, yeah, I couldn't do that. I didn't want to do that.
I did, specifically Portland. But anyway. Uh,
So, buckle up, people. This may be a long one. And as I said before, I suggest that if you're listening, pull up some pictures of the new kits or watch us on YouTube because I'll edit the pictures into the episode for viewers to see. And you'll also be able to see our full list of grades at the end of the episode if you don't remember what we graded each kit. So we're going to go in alphabetical order, starting with Angel City FC. Angel City FC has released their secondary kit. It is called the Los Angeles jersey. The club said that it is a love letter to Los Angeles. The intricate toil pattern reflects our diverse, vibrant, ever-changing, and resilient city. LA has many hearts and is a place where cultures and communities from around the world unite as one. So, what did you think about the Los Angeles jersey?
okay, so I actually liked this one. I said I liked it because of the pink accents. If you've listened to the episode where I talk more at length about the Chicago kit, I am big into like accented things and things like that. I like that sort of thing when you get splashes of color in. I like kind of the off-white uh theme of the kit with the pink accents, and the fact that they bring in landmarks of LA like into the kit is really cool. And then I really liked the sleeve trim where it was black and then it was trimmed with pink on top of it. That really made the sleeve pop to me. I gave it a B plus. I'm also being super nice, I feel like, about my my ratings, but I liked it. I thought it was good. And I actually don't even really like Angel City, but I really like this kit design. I think it's unique. It very much covers the city. It's very representative of the city. And it also brings in their color scheme to it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Angel City once again releases a kit with a design that you really can't see that well, which I thought was
Yeah.
interesting, especially on TV. Those who have heard me before, especially if you listened to this week's episode of our podcast, I like kits that you can see them on TV. That's a big thing for me. Um, the plastering of landmarks feels a little bit like tattooy to me. Um, but I do like the
Yes.
incorporations of, pride for your city. I did hear that the US 110 sign on it is wrong or something like that. Like people were talking about how it's like an interstate 110 and not US 110. So like the design's wrong or something. I don't know if that's true. I'm not from LA, but that would be really bad if that were the case. If there's a design typo essentially in your kit that you're going to wear for a year and also sell to thousands of people. But yeah, I like the black and pink accents on the collar. I really, really like that. I like the same design being on the sleeves. And then that like pinkish hue to the kit. Um, I just wish the design was a little more visible and less busy. I like designs that sort of flow together and aren't so like scattered. I gave it a B minus.
It reminds me of a henna tattoo. Oh, hey, that's fair. It reminds me of a henna tattoo. That's what that kit, like when you look at it, that's what it looks like to me. And so it's I again, you have to like zoom in on it to see the stuff. And so I like it, but I agree. You're not going to be able to tell what on earth is happening with it because it's so light in color. You're not going to see it on the field. So I absolutely agree that you're not going to see it. I didn't even think about that when I was grading it, but I just like the fact that it does relate back to the city. I think it's nice when they do that, city, state, whatever it may be. If they bring stuff in. But that's kind of funny if that sign's incorrect.
Yeah, I need to go back and because I think I saw it on Reddit that people were talking about it. I'm curious if that's actually the case. I'm not from California or LA or anything, so I don't know if that's true. Um, but yeah, I like the kit. It's fine. I the like my only thing other than the lightness of the design, which they've done before too. Like they can't design kits that you can actually see. They love their white kits with like you can barely see the design. Other than their first kit, which I own one of with like the palm trees and stuff. Great kit, fantastic kit. Um, yeah, the only other thing that I don't like is that it does feel like a tattoo. Like I I like the I like designs that represent stuff. I don't like designs that just are the thing or whatever. Um, it's very much why I love the Chicago flag so much. There's so much meaning within the Chicago flag, and you don't have to plaster everything that Chicago is known for um, in just little clip arts. Like before Milwaukee changed their flag, Milwaukee had like one of the worst flags, city flags I've ever seen in my life because it's literally just a flag with every single thing that Milwaukee likes about their city on it. It's terrible. And then they changed the flag. I don't like designs that just throw stuff on to because it's like, look who this is who we are. Like I like representative design. That's what I like.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I agree. I think that it could be better done, and I it's going to be hard to see. I don't remember and recall what color the numbers are on that kit, if they're going to be black or not. I hope they are
I
because
don't
I'm just
know.
trying to think of how easy it's going to be able to see like the numbers on that
I would
sort of kit
imagine they'd
because
be
of how light it
black.
is. That's what I also assumed because you think about it and you're like, wow, that is going to be tough to see
Yeah,
if
they're
it's like
black. I just looked it
white.
up.
Okay. That's what I thought because that was my other initial thing with it was I worried because there have been kits in the past across multiple teams that have had really hard numbers to read because they don't pick a color that is a good contrast with the color of their kit. So
Yeah.
that's good that those are going to be black, which is also going to make the black accents on the collar and sleeves pop
Yeah.
even more.
For
So
sure, for sure. So we're gonna move on to Bay FC. I don't know if they actually had like a name, but the sort of release was build for the moment made or built for the moment made for you. I don't think that's the name of the kit, but that's sort of like what they're going for. The club said an ode to the tenacity and interconnectedness of the Bay Area, comprised of an obsidian base demonstrating strength and confidence, and popping accents bring a bold and fierce energy. Um, this is the first time that Bay has actually designed a kit in partnership with Nike. Their kits last season were just plain colors because they didn't design full kits. So both primary and secondary kits were designed this year and are new.
Well, I will say that they need to go back to the drawing board because it looks like they're the Detroit Tigers. It's like they are the Detroit Tigers, and I can't not see it. And even with their colors, which are a little different, but they still look so incredibly similar to Detroit. That's all I see when I look at it. I'm like, you can tell me that that's Bay and that it's an ode to Bay, but all a lot of people see are that's the Detroit Tigers because it looked like their logo looks
The
like
logo,
that.
yeah.
Like everything looks like Detroit. Now, I do like the colors. Again, you're going to hear me say this a lot with the color contrast. I like the contrast. I have a hard time discerning colors, so I think that kit is dark blue with like I think it's red or an orangish color.
It's like an
Again, I'm
orange, yeah.
very yeah, I'm
I think it's
very
supposed to
poor
be
at this.
like the Golden Gate Bridge orange, whatever
Yeah.
that's called.
So again, it's very Detroit Tigers because you think of the color scheme. Here we go. But yeah, I just was not. It seemed the kit seemed lazy to me. If they truly like spent time designing this and they've had a long period, like a long time to do this, it wasn't it for me. My grade was a C. I was not a fan.
Yeah, obviously it's better than last year's as a club because of the lack of getting a kit out with like a full design. Last season, they just sort of released two solid colored kits. So improvement, but the design, like with the little waves and stuff, are it's interesting, but I don't get doing the design for the same like the same design for this for two different kits. Like I don't I don't get it. Maybe they only could design one, so then they just use the same design for the other and pick different colors. I don't know. Overall, I like it's fine. It's not great. I gave it a C minus.
So hard, so harsh.
You buckle up. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, I just thought it was boring. Like I just looked at it and I'm like, it's boring. Like there's nothing to it. I'm like, C's get degrees. That's why I went with it, just a solid C with it. I'm like, you tried and I don't like it, but it's not horrible. So C.
Man, yeah,
Pass.
we were close on the grading so far. But I feel like once I start being pretty brutal, we're not going to be close anymore.
I know it's kind of funny that I'm gonna be the nicer one. I feel like it should
That
be
is
the
true. Usually
opposite.
I'm very nice, but when it comes, as you can see,
Yeah.
anyone who's watching YouTube, as you can see, I love kits. I have many kits behind me. Um, I like kits, and I will criticize kits and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. We'll
LT
we'll just leave
is
it at
a
that.
kit snob. Kit
Yes,
snob.
I am a kit snob. What can I say? They're my favorite thing. I'm wearing one right now, last year's primary kit, um, and this year's primary kit.
Solid one.
So I mean, speaking of that, we'll talk about Chicago next. Why not? So Chicago's is dubbed the alter ego kit. Uh, the statement says a menacing alter ego to impose on our opponents anywhere we go. When our players don this kit, they embody an indomitable force. The sleek, dark design with liquid metal patterns symbolizes the relentless intensity that lies within our ability to adapt to any challenge. As our team steps on the field, they carry with them the mentality of this alter ego. It's the embodiment of a fierce, unyielding spirit that refuses to back down. So the alter ego kit 2025, let's talk about it.
Okay. I like the write up. I like the concept. I like the alter ego and the black. I know that black is not one of the colors of Chicago, so it is different. I like it though because I think that it is using the colors from the team as accents on the kit as well. I like the stripes on the side of the blue and red, and then the collar being red and the sleeves with red trim. I think that that makes the color stand out. The collar also stands out as it will pop. But it feels like it could be more geared toward the city. That's something that I think is a little lacking unless you really read into the metal part of it.
Sure.
I think that it takes some reading into to get to it being relative to Chicago, other than like Angel City's like throwing landmarks of LA on their kit
Oh,
and
I'm
things
saying.
like that. Like it's not that in your face. And so it's a little bit different, but yeah, I like it. I think that Chicago very rarely misses with their kits, and so I gave it overall a B.
Mhm. Hopefully that'll go up soon. I mean, sorry, we're being non-biased.
But again, but I talked about this in the other episode when we talked about it more at length.
Yeah.
I am very when I see our kits for the first time, I'm very critical of them, and then they win me over time.
Yes.
So ask me later in the season what my grade of the kit is, and I'll
Yeah.
give it
I
to you.
I remember I remember when the primary kit came out last season, the one I'm wearing. And
I hated it. I
you were like,
hated it.
nope, don't like that kit. And then by the time you started seeing it on the field and stuff, you're like, okay, I like it. It's not like,
That's the thing.
yeah,
I need to see the players like playing a game with it, and then I get an opinion. It's hard for me to just like see staged photos and like
sure.
not all the details for me to like it. And I want to see if I can see the numbers, like we've talked about that, and like what it looks like in the sunlight. Like what does it look like out and about, like on the field? I need that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get it. I get it completely. I do like this kit a lot. I think I might like it more than the primary kit. Like just like you, I'll need to see it. I've seen it in person. When the players are wearing it at media day, it looks great in person, in my opinion. I love the idea of the black and red sort of playing this role as an alter ego to the bright blue primary kits. And like this idea of putting fear into your opponents during away games, if that's where they're going to wear them, I think is cool. It's fun. The liquid metal design, I think, is neat. Like I said, it looks great in person. I don't like some of like the placement of like the splashes. Not, I don't know where, like, I don't know how you would place the splashes. It feels almost um not like it feels too random, even though it's not random because it was designed. Um, but I feel like it should have been like less. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're trying to say, and I tried to say it in like the previous episode, and I totally goofed it, and I can't. I know what you're trying to say. It's chaotic, and you don't want it to be as chaotic, but you understand why it's chaotic. That's
Yes.
what I've.
Yes, I
Yes,
understand the chaos. Um, and I'm cool with it, but I just I need to look at it more. And
it needs to be a little bit more organized for my eyes to handle it. Is where I'm
I
at this
have
point.
I have OCD, so like random stuff, it takes me a while to sort of get used to. But like I'm not saying that this kit is like 10 out of 10 for me, but I do like it a lot. I love the collar. I love the blue and red stripes that go down the side. They're also present on the shorts, which makes the blue socks really uh, it makes the whole look. I like it a lot. Um, yeah, the we in the previous episode, this week, the main episode, we talked about the monochrome logo as well. And I think it's a fine idea. It makes sense with the kit being this like gray and black. So the logo is gray and black. I just thought it was kind of odd to do that in the first season with a new crest and colors that you sort of want to push out there as much as you can. But I guess they can kind of just do that with the primary kit. It doesn't make a difference.
That's why I thought the choice of going with a black kit in itself was interesting since it is the rebrand year.
Yeah,
So that was interesting. And I'm just glad that the crest is on a side and it's not central because I don't like
sure.
that.
The
And
keeper
like,
kits, the crest is central, and
yes,
that's weird.
that's exactly where I was about to roll into. I'm like the keeper kit that Alyssa is going to be wearing and others um don't like it because of that centralized crest. It's just odd. I also
Yeah.
don't like the vertical like pattern on it either.
Mm-mm.
I'm not a big vertical pattern fan in
Nope.
general, so
Me neither.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. And so I was like, well, again, I have to see it on and like what it's going to look like. But I know I'm going to hate it because I hate centralized crests. It's
Yeah.
awful.
So overall, I gave this an A because I'm one bias and two,
Hey,
it's Chicago doesn't miss. It's a great kit. I love it.
mine will
I
change.
just need
We
to get
know mine
used
will
to it more.
change.
It would be an A plus if I didn't not like little teeny aspects of it. That's all.
If it was less chaotic.
Yeah, it's just my bias. That's all. I'm sure it in reality is probably a B or a B plus, but because it's Chicago, I had to bump it up.
Yeah, I just went with a B because I feel like there's room for growth.
Sure, sure. Somewhere. So later on, you can say it's an A. I get it.
I feel like a teacher right now.
Oh man. So moving on from Chicago, let's talk about the Houston Dash and their Cosmic Storm kit. Uh, the club says that it is forged in the essence of exploration and resilience. The Cosmic Storm jersey embodies the truth that from chaos, stars emerge. This 2025 alternate kit for the Houston Dash features a striking purple cosmic swirl, a visual representation of the unyielding pursuit of discovery, an homage to the Space City's pioneering spirit. Designed with meticulous attention to detail, the jersey is adorned with the secondary Houston Dash crest, reminiscent of a mission patch signifying the launch of a new season with clear objective, further reinforcing its deep connection to Houston. The jock tag showcases the iconic throwing up the H hand gesture, a symbol of unity and pride deeply ingrained in H Town's culture. So, what do you think of the Cosmic Storm kit?
I am very curious what you're going to say about this because I feel like we're going to not agree. That's what my
Probably.
gut is
Let's
going to
go.
tell you. Okay, so I like color, as we've all said. So I do like this magenta color, but I have a problem that it's not like their primary color. I know that they use it for things, but it's not their prime. The orange is right there. Like they have orange. Like it's a solid color. You could make a very good kit using popping orange color. I am waiting for Houston to come up with a really solid black kit with orange. It would look fantastic. We did not do that this time, but I do. I'm also a pretty big space nerd. I don't know if I've ever actually shared this. So the teams that go with the space stuff, I'm already like all in. I'm like, this is cool. I love this. It's so I am biased in that because I love that sort of thing. So I do like the pattern that they use. I love that they're bringing in the space program from Houston. I want there to be a rivalry between Orlando and Houston because of the space thing that they have going on. I want it because of that. But I do so I don't care because of the color that they chose as the because it's obviously a black kit with the
Purple.
magenta
Yeah.
highlights. So I wish it was orange, but I went high with this one. It got an A minus for me because I like the color. I like the design. It's unique. It does bring in parts of their city. I like what it has to do. So, and again, I love space stuff. So it was going to get high grades for me because of that. So that's just that. And I don't even like Houston. So this one I fully went all out because they hit on a few things that I'm really into. And I do like those very eye catching colors.
I'm just curious because you thought that we were going to go opposite of this. Like, what would you think that I would grade this
I don't know.
without
I
even
feel
knowing my
like
thoughts?
I don't know. I just the way that you were reading their description, it felt like there was a tone. And
Was
so
there?
I felt like there was, and
I
I
was
was
just
like,
trying to
oh,
get through the big words. That's all.
I was like, I don't know if he likes this. I just assumed you were going to go with like a D because it's not their colors and like this sucks and it's not anything unique and yada yada yada. So I don't know. Maybe I'm right with that. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll
Here we
see.
go.
Hit me with it. Let's go.
This is an A plus kit.
Yes.
Purple, my favorite color. So maybe a little bias, but
We're both biased with this one.
the the shades of purple in contrast to each other, from like dark purple to the bright neon spray paint looking design, I think is so good. The detail in this kit, like with the throwing up the H hand gesture, is just awesome. Immediately connects the club with Houston itself. Like I love those little tags that some clubs have on that have like representation within their city. Like chroming out like or monochroming the crest to not have the orange sort of like be out of place in that kit, I think was very smart. It wouldn't stick out, so they just like monochromed the H. I think it looks really good. I don't even care that the Dash aren't a purple team or whatever. Like they are now. They're a purple team now. I think I think this is a
Go
beautiful
big
kit.
perp.
This is a beautiful kit. Well done, Houston. A plus. I love it. I will be buying a Yuki one.
Hey, okay, then we agree. I was wondering because I know a lot of people made comments that they didn't like it because of the
They're
purple.
wrong.
They are wrong. I agree.
I will contradict myself when we talk about a later kit, but they're wrong. I don't care that Houston's not purple. They're purple to me now.
Well, because if you look at their crest, there is part of it that has that like magenta-y color, so it is in there.
Oh, really?
Again,
I have to look
maybe
again.
again, I have issues telling different shades of colors, so I might be
Oh,
saying
maybe.
this incorrectly. So I mentioned that in I don't remember if it was this episode or the
There's
previous one.
blue
There's
and
blue. Is it
and
blue and
orange.
orange? Okay, then
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Ignore me. Blame my eyes. But again, this is why it's important to have kits that are easy to read numbers and things on because there are people that have issues where they can't see things super well, and that's me. So I thought that was built into their crest. I feel like they've used that color before in
I'd
something.
have to look. I'm
Maybe
not quite
that's what
sure.
I'm. But anyway, yeah, I just like the color scheme. I'm glad that we are on the same page with this because I am very much all in with this kit. I think it's going to look phenomenal. Like just in general, I think it's going to look great, and it is going to contrast with pretty much every other kit that exists in the NWSL. So, kudos to them. Awesome job by the team that designed this because it's great.
It's my favorite kit. I love it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Like
It's
I
so
said, I
good.
will be getting a Yuki one. I would get a Danny one, but I already have a Danny San Diego Wave one, and I don't have a Yuki kit. And so I'm gonna snag a Yuki kit before she retires. That's what I'm gonna do.
Solid. I forgot that Danny went there. That just made me sad again.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's
But yeah, I will be wearing
okay.
that kit. It's beautiful. I love it. I'm all
It's
for it.
very pretty. It's
Top of my
very,
list.
very pretty. I love it. It's fantastic. I'm so glad that we were on the same page. I was genuinely concerned that it was
I was
not.
sitting here, I was just like, oh my God, is she gonna give this like a horrible grade? Like, what is happening right now?
We're gonna have to fight that out. Yeah, this one got the highest grade I gave out. I just
Yeah, me
probably
too.
gave that away to
I
everybody.
didn't
But
give out
yeah,
any
it's
other A pluses. This is my A plus.
this was my only A.
Damn.
I know, damn is right.
So
Oh,
let's move on to a team that knows exactly who their colors represent, like, they know who they are with the colors. It's Kansas City Current. Uh, their kit, dubbed Teal Town. The club states that the Current's new secondary kit features a full spread of teal from shoulders to socks, inspired by the club, the city, and the fans' passion. The vibrant teal tones and the city grid reflect the people and the community that are the power behind the club. A current coursing through the design is the strongest element. The KC Current crest is located above the player's heart and placed on the map where CPKC Stadium is located in Kansas City along the Missouri riverfront. Liz is not a fan of the Kansas City Current. I'm curious if her bias will play into this one. Go.
Absolutely, it's going to. Their social media was stupid about this whole thing. It annoyed me before they even released the kit because I already pretty much knew what it looked like. When you say all teal kit 9,000 times on social media and then change your little profile picture to the color teal, we all know what's happening. It's an all teal freaking kit. Surprise! Congratulations on kit reveal day. It's an all teal kit. I don't care what's on it. It's boring. It sucks. It's completely awful. I don't like it. And again, I didn't give it anything less than whatever. I gave it a C minus because it sucks. It's
Man,
so
it sounds like an
boring.
F for you. I don't know what you're saying.
Again, it could be an F. I mean, I can change it to an F. I think it sucks. When I wrote this up, I wrote it has absolutely no personality. I don't care that it's a map of the city. I don't care that the crest is placed where the stadium is. You can't tell. It's all teal. You can't freaking see anything on it. It's a miserable, awful kit. And it probably has everything to do with the fact that were you not expecting this from me?
I love this. This is great. I was not expecting this.
Well, I mean, it's super basic. Like you come out with a kit that is completely one color, and then you want to tell me it's got a map on it and it's got all this special garbage. You can't tell. Like I can't tell anything. When I looked at that from afar, it looks like it might have a little pattern to it, but I
It's an
don't know
all
what the
teal
heck
kit.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all teal. You can't see anything. Like just like Angel City, all of like their stuff that they have is so light, you can't see jack. You could tell me that that is there above wherever their stadium's located. Unless I get right up on it, I'm not going to know that. Nobody's going to have a clue. So, congratulations for making a really horribly boring kit and ruining it with your social media campaign before because you told everybody it was teal. So, congratulations. The only thing that could truly make it better is if instead of wearing teal socks, they wore red socks to pop their crest off of it a little bit. That
Then
is
they would
truly
look
the only
like
thing.
Chicago.
But it would make the only thing that would make it better, to be completely honest. I think it's boring and that I there's nothing to it. Like it's a teal kit. Congratulations. You hit the nail on the head.
I love this. This is great. When you were like, I'm very nice in these reviews, and then to just go full force into KC, I love it so much. That is fantastic.
Well, their social media deserves it.
I'll put F down for you on that one because there's no way in any way, shape, or form did you describe a C minus kit. I'll put
Okay.
F
F for
in the
me.
edit. F for Liz. Um, for me, as annoying as the relentless teasing of the teal kit coming from the Current was, I was glad that it was finally out, so I didn't have to. I mean, I mute them on social media anyway because I don't like the. I
They're
don't like.
obnoxious.
They're good, like they're good at social media, and I don't like social media. That's the thing. That's yeah, that's that. I think the teal looks nice. I like the color teal. It's good. I couldn't discern what the design was at first. I thought it was like more water themed stuff. And then to hear that it is water themed, that there is like water going through this, but it's a, uh, design, a map of the city. I saw that and I was like, okay, cool. That's been done before memorably by Chicago with their elevated kit, Angel City's kit last season, I mean, you couldn't tell because it just looked white. But they had like the same like coastal city design with the maps. Um, that's what they were going for. They did it, whatever. However, I like the detail of putting the crest on the map where the stadium is. I think that's a cool design choice, even if you can't see it. I just wish it wasn't so hard to see. Uh, it's bad for TV unless you just want it to just be an all teal kit, which maybe that's what you should have gone for. That's as you know, it's a qualifier for me. The TV thing, I gave it a C plus.
Look at you go. You were way nicer on that one than I was.
I like the color. I like the
I like
idea.
teal.
It's just one of those. It's just like some of the other stuff that I've said, like with Angel City's thing. It's like I gotta be able to see the design. Like that's important for me. So if I could see the map and the current that is flowing through it or whatever, this would be in the B's, I think. But it's a C plus because I can't see it. That's that's all. It's
Yep.
fine though. I don't mind it as much as uh Liz hates it.
That's about as ranty as I've gotten, I feel like, on here so far.
Yeah, I don't know how much of, I'm sure a lot of the social media stuff and your dislike for Kansas City has played a role into this, but
Oh, just you wait. Just wait. Just wait until we move on.
till we get to Portland, am I gonna have to switch Portland's to an F too? Um,
No, probably maybe the next one we're going to move into.
okay, so here we go. North, North Carolina Courage, uh, the Believe kit, as they call it.
Believe.
Believe kit. Uh, I don't know if that's supposed to be a play on Believe It or if that's just them using the word kit, but I don't know. Anyway, the club says featuring a striking design with tonal accents and a very berry colorway, this jersey, dubbed the Believe Kit, celebrates strength and confidence, the club crest and Nike swoosh, subtly detailed and highlighted in gold. What are your thoughts?
Boring. It's nothing. It's garbage. It's the same as the all teal kit. It looks the exact same to me when I look at it from Kansas City. It's like they slapped on that berry color onto North Carolina's kit and it's the same thing. Like I can't tell. Like there's a pattern to it of some sort, but it's
There's no pattern.
meaningless. It doesn't look like anything. Like it's not anything. Like there's nothing that's
It's a solid
represent.
color kit.
Yeah, it's like a representational thing. No representation of anything to do with their city. Like they believe whatever. I don't care what you're believing, but it's nothing to do that makes your team anything tied to North Carolina. You could go a variety of different ways, I feel like, with North Carolina, and you did nothing. I just don't know where believe is. Like I don't know.
It's the gold accents.
But oh, is it like a Ted Lasso
I
thing?
have no
Know
idea.
how because they do that believe thing. I don't
Yes,
know.
I'm
Yeah, so
sure,
I'm
but
like,
I don't know where in this kit that's represented. And
yeah, I don't know.
it's, yeah. What'd you give it? What's your grade?
Well, I gave it a C because I'm trying to be nice, but you can just change it to an F because that's essentially the same thing.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. It's boring. It's the like there's nothing to it. There is nothing. They should have just kept the kit that they had last year. There was more to it than the one that they have this year. It's awful. Like it's not good. Like there's nothing about it
Yeah,
that
even if last year's kit was the same as everyone else's, at least their like colors that they picked like for their gradient were really nice.
yeah.
I liked them a lot. I don't like their primary kit, so they're 0 for 2 for me. Not that I've actually given my opinion on this one yet. But yeah, I do think it's boring. I think it's a plain design. There is like a pattern down the side of the kit. I don't know. I couldn't find what it represents.
Yeah, what is it?
I couldn't find any like media release about this kit. I dug for like, I don't know, 20 minutes, and all I could just find is the stuff on the store. Like I couldn't find like a media release about this kit or anything. So I don't know what that pattern is. The gold trim logos, whatever. Nothing really much else to say. I think it's another miss by North Carolina. I gave it a D minus.
Ooh, okay. Then yeah, I'll stick with my F. They can hang out with Kansas City because it's garbage.
Okay. Uh, Gotham. Let's move on to Gotham,
It's gonna be
who
fun.
wrote an essay on what this
Of
kit
course they did. Of
represents.
course they did. You
I
want to
don't
talk
know
about
what the
social media?
I don't know what the name of this kit is. I couldn't actually like find like a name. But I'm gonna
Calling it
read.
sky blue throwback.
It's something. Maybe they just called it sky blue. I don't know what it is. Um, I'm going to read their 10 paragraphs. Here we go. So the 2025 secondary kit features a dynamic colorway that encapsulates the club's grit, resilience, and ambition, just like every other club. Gotham FC fans know that our signature shade of blue is more than a color, it's a legacy, an homage to our roots as sky blue. It serves as a symbol of our club's ongoing evolution. It's become a beloved fixture within the community, with fan demand for a blue kit growing louder and louder each season. The kit's unapologetic pop of color is completed by a sleek black details, giving the kit a fashion forward edge, reflecting the stylish streets we call home. The top of the jersey features a classic collar and color blocked panels, refined elements that frame the kit and create clean, sharp lines that evoke Gotham FC's precision on the pitch. To finish it all off, we're debuting a monochrome matte black expression of the crest, a timeless flourish that captures our relentless grit. Thoughts?
So many words to say nothing for the most part. Also, they can't have the word grit. That's Chicago, so stop it.
Detroit says
Um,
it too. Not
but
that that has anything to do with soccer, but everyone says their city's gritty.
we're Chicago grit. That's ours. We get to keep that in NWSL, so they can't have it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard anyone
Um,
say New York grit before, but
no.
that's fine. Or New Jersey grit. Sorry, they're not New York. They're New Jersey.
Whatever they want to be, New York, New Jersey,
So
whatever.
mean to a team that I like. So
I know. I also like them too. So that's the thing. Like I'm a fan of them.
this is what I
So
was saying in the beginning. Like you will hear me say things about teams that I like. Not that I've actually given a grade for this yet, but go on, Liz.
okay. The blackout crest was interesting. I was wondering if it was like they don't want to like lean fully into the whole Gotham Batman type thing, but like the
Oh, I didn't even
blackout
think
crest
about that.
kind of gave me like, are we leaning into that a little bit? I don't know. That was just a complete thought on my side about that.
Hmm.
I thought it was interesting that they mentioned the kind of throwback to the sky blue days. Because they very much clearly completely did a 180 from Sky Blue and went Gotham and like completely different thing with the color scheme and everything. Sky Blue was good for them. I mean, that Sam Kerr was there, Kelly O'Hara, they did really well when at times. They also were awful at times with that team, so it was interesting. Um, I've never, I guess, I don't know. I'm not a Gotham full on fan, but I follow the team enough. I don't know that I've heard people clamoring for a sky blue kit from
I don't know.
Gotham. That was weird because it's not, I wouldn't say that that color that they have is sky blue. It's like a greenish color. Again, I'm very
You're
poor at
bad with
colors.
colors.
So it looks greenish to me, so I was thrown off by that. But anyway, I didn't like the shoulders. I don't like the all black on the shoulders. It looks really boxy. I don't care if it's to show the precision sharpness of your game. It looks like garbage to me because
The way
you,
these things are written, that's just
yes,
what it is.
yeah, it looks like they're wearing like shoulder pads, is what
Mm,
it looks like when they have it on. I don't care for it. I don't mind the color that they picked, the blue color, but I don't like the setup and design of the jersey with the dark on the shoulders. I think if they would have done it differently with that color scheme, I would have liked it better, but I just don't like that very boxy look on the shoulders. I gave it a C, which is
mm.
probably actually a D.
Do you want to just go through and change your grades real quick?
Probably. I'll
C
go
or
with the
D,
D.
Liz? C or D?
D.
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 Here we go. Um, this is a bad kit, plain and simple. Even
Gross.
fans of Gotham, I've heard like trying, not necessarily trying to justify the kit, but like almost saying without saying that they don't really like this kit that much. Um, Mostly because of those shoulders. Uh, the color representing the club's like past, which they've tried to destroy because that club was like off the field terrible. Like I don't understand why you would want to, like, if you're trying to get away from that, why are you going back to that? I didn't get that. Um, it just feels strange to me. Similar to how I feel about Chicago's monochrome crest. I don't understand the blacking out of the crest for them, but at least I can see the design on Chicago's. Um, Gotham's is just a black crest with the Liberty prongs or whatever, plus the star for the championship. So I don't understand the blacking out of the design. It just says we've blacked out the design and it
Because.
captures our relentless grit. I don't understand that. Um, I don't like it at all. I was looking forward to getting an Ella Stevens kit. Not happening. Sad. This is an F for me. I don't like this
Yes.
kit. The shoulders are stupid.
They're
Um,
so bad.
the Some of the pictures I've seen, like from like their media day, like some of the names were like below the black and then some were on the black, but like below the sponsor. I was so confused as to what the hell was going on. It looks terrible. I don't know why they did this. I don't understand it. The shoulders make no sense to me. Um, it's just a bad kit. I don't get it. I don't understand it at all.
They would have been
I
better off just doing it all in that blue color.
I mean, I wouldn't have mind that if they I need clubs to just do something. Like your primary kit can flourish and have these cool designs or like representative patterns or whatever. Your secondary kit can do the same thing. Your secondary kit does not need to be boring. Like I don't understand the mentality of like let's just make it simple. Um I Because then I'm not saying like just like a plain color is boring or simple, but because like you can look at Seattle Rain, like their primary kit is a solid color, like with the gold trim, and it looks clean, it looks great, it looks fantastic. Like that is a grade A kit from last season. And so you can make a quote unquote boring kit not boring by the color choice, and this is not it. this this is not it. This is boring and stupid.
And then to make up 10 paragraphs of why it's great is the other thing. Like, again, not to make it about social media and their write ups and things, but like, there's nothing about it that's special. Like, great, there's black shoulder things and there's this and that. Like, there's nothing special about it. Like, and again, I agree. Why now the throwback to sky blue? It's so weird. I
Yeah, you
don't
you changed your identity. You won a championship with your new identity, and now you're like, let's go back to our roots of a team that we've tried to bury in history. Um, I don't get it. Uh, yeah, whatever. It's an F for me. I don't like it. Um, I'm very sad. I wanted to get an Ella Stevens kit, but I'm not gonna now because I'm not wearing that.
It's awful. It's not good. Not a fan. But hey, at least they picked more than one color. So good for them.
They did. They just did it poorly. Um,
Yes.
yeah, whatever. I like Gotham. I'm sorry.
So do I.
This
I
is not
do too. I'm a
this is
fan.
not me like trashing the club in any way. I just don't like your kid. I'm sorry. Um, anyway, so Orlando Pride. Let's move on. So Orlando Pride's kit is the decennial kit to represent their 10-year anniversary of their club. The club's statement says that the club's 2025-2026 kit draws inspiration from the Pride's original 2016 jersey, sporting Orlando's base purple and Eola blue accents on the sleeves. The kit is highlighted by a stacked iridescent crest as a nod to the two trophies won by the Orlando Pride in 2024, as well as the NWSL Championship gold star above the club's crest to denote the reigning NWSL champions. The decennial kit pulls inspiration from Orlando's base purple and the Lake Eola blue accents. The Lake Eola fountain, located right in the heart of downtown Orlando, has served as the club's badge for the last 10 seasons. The jersey will also feature a watermark celebrating Orlando's 10th season as the outer pride jock tag in the lower front corner of the kit. So, what'd you think?
I like the purple. I'm a fan of it. I like their purple kits. They always it's a sharp looking color. I like the contrast with white. The blue that they use as the accent color is fantastic and it goes really well with the purple. I like the sleeves. The trim on the sleeves is really good. Again, it looks really sharp. It's nice. And I like that it ties into the city, into that fountain with the color. Again, when it ties into the city and like it actually means something, like you're just not picking a color and deciding, like it actually is a meaningful thing. I like it. The My biggest issue is the centralized crest on that kit. I hate it. I hate it so much. It just looks so bad. It looks so awkward. There's never been a kit that I've liked that has a central crest on it. There's just that I don't like it, that part at all. So I do like the kit overall because I like the purple with the blue, but I don't like the central crest. It's fairly basic though overall. So I went with a C plus because I do like that blue accent color with it. I think that I would love for them to do like that color kit. That would look kind of cool.
With purple accents, that would be cool.
Yes.
I like that. Um, would you say C plus?
C plus.
Okay. Yeah, another solid color kit, which I've said I don't like. However, um, I love purple, as I've stated, because of Houston, which helps a little. I like the purple chromed crest, obviously with the new star above with the for the championship. I I'm with you. I don't like the centralized crest. It downgrades this kit a bit for me. I do love the black and blue sleeve accent design. I think that looks really sweet. Um, and I really like the pride patch with the sort of hidden 10 in it to celebrate their 10th anniversary. It's really cool details across this entire kit with everything. So, like I've said just before in our last review, like you can make a solid colored kit and it be a decent kit to a great kit It does not need to be boring and horrible. This kit looks almost identical in design to North Carolina's. North Carolina's looks bad. Orlando's at least looks good. This would be in the B range for me, but I gave it a C plus because of the centralized crest. But the
Look at us
details are really
go.
the details are really cool. If that crest was off centered, this would be like a BB plus for me. But I downgraded it a lot because that centralized crest looks horrible.
It's so bad. I don't know why anybody decides to do that. It's so weird.
So yeah, C plus. I'm sorry you centralized your crest. I would have given you a better grade.
Same. I probably would have bumped it to a B minus.
Yeah, unfortunate. Um, I can't wait for this. Portland. So
Can't wait.
Portland, I don't know if they actually had a name for this, but their campaign thing was called Back in Black. Because for the last 2 seasons they've been not wearing black and red kits. They went away from that, so they're back. Whatever. Um, So the club said the dark shades of black symbolize the city's strength and unity, while the glowing red represents the embers burning out of the heart of the Thorns and its supporters. Just like a small spark can grow into an unstoppable fire, the Thorns are powered by the passion of the players and the fans alike. The pride mark Onward Rose City captures collective determination to push forward together. This jersey is a tribute to the internal fire that connects us all, a reminder that success, both on the field and in the community, comes from a shared purpose and a powerful, unified effort. Go ahead, Liz, with your
Oh,
bias review.
somebody needed to have an internal fire to have some creativity on a kit because it ain't here. It's bad. There is nothing special about this kit. It is so boring. The only thing that you even look at when you look at it is the sponsorship on the front with ring, and it's giant.
It is giant.
It's huge, but there's nothing about it that to me is very exciting. It's black with a pattern of red on it that is to me meaningless. And when I look at red and black, I don't sit there and think, oh, that's Portland. Like that doesn't mean anything to me. Like there's nothing about it that screams, oh, that's something related to Portland. Oh, embers burning and whatever craps they said else in their write up that was garbage.
I like
Um,
reading the write ups because they're fun.
they are fun, but I'm also like, this is really like you over the top. Um,
Everyone does it.
I, yeah, I know. I agree. I agree. So I shouldn't hate on them for that. I don't like the pattern. There's nothing to me that really stands out that makes it special. It they're black kits. They're black and red is a great, as we know, we've seen Chicago's. It's a very solid color choice to choose from. You can do fun things with it. They just haven't. I feel like for the most part, their black kits have missed. I don't like their kits. They've had some ones that I have not really been the biggest fan of in general. Like the one that was the Ed Hardy thing that I feel like they forced all their players to say that they liked, which they definitely didn't.
Yeah.
Um, that one was atrocious. But yeah, there's nothing about it to me that screams, oh yeah, that's Portland Thorns. Like they could have done something cool like they've done in the past with like a thorn, like rose with thorns like around it or something like that. Go back to something related to your team or your city or something. And this pattern just doesn't do anything for me. And I did originally give it a C, but I'm going to give it a D because it
Man.
sucks.
Just scroll down the list while I'm talking so you can change your grades now. um yeah, I don't totally agree. I
Oh God,
like
you like this one?
listen, I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't like it. I like glitchy looking designs. It's a thing that I do like. I'm glad that they did go back to black as the name suggests. I liked their last black and red kit with the thorn uh barbs like going across it. I liked that kit. Um I wish that this design was a little more like eye-catching. Um it I guarantee you from a distance it'll just look like a plain black kit. Unless somehow that red pops more in person than I think it does. Um, you know, it, not that like red and gold are the Thorns' primary colors or anything. But that's what their primary kit looks like. I don't like their primary kit. I think that one looks stupid. Um, and I especially don't like the red, green, and white Ed Hardy kits that you mentioned from a couple years ago. That those are horrific, and one of the worst kit designs I've ever seen in my life. F minus on those. Um,
Yes. F minus.
um, but yeah, I don't. This isn't like a horrific design to me in any way. It's just not super interesting. I gave it a C because it's just whatever. I'm glad that they're back to the black and red. Um, but I wish there was just like a little more to it.
Yep. It's Portland, and everybody's gonna probably act like it's the greatest thing that's ever come out of there. So can't wait. And we're gonna hear about how wonderful it is. Again, I as long as I know ring is white on the front, it'll hopefully it's gonna have white numbers, so it'll be easy to read.
We can look at
Um,
that real quick.
and I believe it does. But it's just one of those things where it's like I I just expect more because they hype up everything so much. And I feel like they have had some good kits, and I feel like they could have done something better with it because I don't care for the pattern that's on it. It looks like static. If static were black and red, that's what it looks like to me on a kit.
I see. I like glitchy things. So it interested me, but it didn't hold me. I'll say that.
Fair, fair.
Um,
I
yeah,
was
the
nicer on that one than I could have been.
the numbers are white, so you're good.
Yeah, that'll be easy to see.
Easy to see.
As long as they
Uh,
weren't red, that was my fear is that they were gonna be like red.
that would be rough.
Yeah.
Racing Louisville and their Roots kit. The club says featuring a deep green hue, the Nike Roots kit celebrates the common ground connection between racing and the Louisville community. The dark monochromatic tones are a variant of racing's mint, with the details including images of pressed lilies, which are stylized on the club's crest as a fleur de lis, like the city of Louisville's tree canopy, which is made up of tulip, uh, poplar, sycamore, and American beech trees. The strength of Racing Louisville's foundation is in its many pieces that come together each game. Additionally, the phrase run with us is printed on a pride mark near the bottom of the jersey in a callback to the club's original motto. What do we think about Racing Louisville?
I didn't know that they had a motto.
Didn't either. I don't pay that much attention to other teams.
It's not go big perp. You can't do that with this one. We might differ on this one. So they went obviously with a complete change of pace. They went with this dark green color. And they could have done so much with this, and I wish they would have. If they would have done the dark green with the purple highlighting in the kit, it would have been I would have been all in. Like I seriously would have been all in because I like what they're doing with doing donations for more trees in the Louisville area. I really like that. As a club that they're getting involved with that. But back to the kit anyway. I do like the contrast with white and the green. I think again, it's catching to the eye, but I wish that there was more purple into it because I really like that color. I thought it was interesting that they went with dark green and they didn't go with their mint green since that seems to be their color. It was interesting, but they went with something different. They tied it in to the city with their different types of trees and things. I'm giving it a B minus because I don't hate it. I like the dark green because I will say that I am very biased towards dark colors, so I do like that dark
Oh, okay.
green deep color, and it's unique. Nobody really has that, so I do like it. But I think that they could have done way more with it, because I think that it would have been cool if they would have done more purple with it too, or they would have gone with the mint green because that mint green color is nice. It's a nice color.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a hard time with Louisville over the years because they can't pick a freaking color. Like, are you deep purple? Are you lilac purple? Are you mint green? Are you forest green? I don't know who I'm watching on the pitch. If I see purple and mint green one week and forest green the next week, um, the kit is the same boring, solid design as the other clubs, but I don't think that the leaves on the down the side or the details in like the pride patch or anything really make a difference in the kit. I don't like it, um, which sucks because I really wanted to get a Bethany Balser Louisville kit someday, but I'll just have to wait maybe a couple more seasons. um, I I'm not a huge fan of greens, so that's probably what plays into this a lot. But I really don't like this kit at all. I gave it a D minus.
Ooh, fair. We disagreed. I like it. I wasn't like dead set on this. If
I
I don't know.
just because like I said before when I was talking about Houston, I was going to contradict myself later in the episode, and this is the contradiction.
Yep.
Louisville
No,
is
it's
not
fair.
forest green. You are mint
Well,
green and purple.
and I also thought it was weird because Denver, like their color scheme is going to be that dark green color, and we all know that as they've put out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for Louisville to go with this that was an interesting thing to me. I'm like, we have a team that's coming in that's going to have this color. Why did you pick this? I mean, maybe it's a one off. They're going to do this one time and be done with it, but it just seemed weird because I'm like, you already have a different shade of green in your color scheme. So what are you doing? I thought that was interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I like it because it's different, but I also don't like it because it's different, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know. I think that they tried, and I guess I give them a little extra credit for trying, but it wasn't good.
Yeah, I just don't I just don't get why I'm with you in the aspect of like that mint green is great. Like that was a great design choice. Was it last year or the year before? Um, and then you sort of get this whole, go big perp thing going, whatever. Um, I don't I don't get the forest green. I don't get it. Like I understand the trees and the community and stuff. Like that's cool. Do that 5 years ago or 4 years ago, whenever you entered the league. Like that,
Yeah.
like do that connection then and then build off of that. Like don't do like a complete 180 with this. Like now we're a forest green team, but some weeks we're purple and mint green. Um, it's just going to be
Right.
oddly, oddly weird when I'm watching them wear their primary kits, and then the following week I see them in green, and I'm going to be like, "Oh, right, that's Louisville, who I identify as purple." Like that's just how it's going to be with me. I'm probably being unfair, but I don't like the kit. I just don't.
What if Portland would have used that color?
If Portland would have used green, that would have been fine
See, I
because
agree.
Portland has
Is green.
a darker green in
Yes.
their tones of their crest. That's
Yeah.
But like I
I
said, I'm contradicting myself because I am very biased towards purple. Therefore, I love Houston using purple, but Houston was always orange and maybe like accents of those little blue things here and there. But mostly they were orange and black. And now they're just adding a prominent second color, basically. Um, Whereas Louisville now has like four colors, and I don't understand
And
why.
two shades of green, which is
Two shades of
weird.
green, two shades of purple,
Yeah,
because they've used darker purples in their kits
oh
as
yeah.
well. So
It's interesting. I'm curious to see. I when I made my notes, I'm curious to see what it looks like during games. That's gonna be the next step with that because I'm like, but you're not gonna know, as you said, you're not gonna know who's playing. Like you're gonna look at that and be like, oh, that's Louisville.
right, Louisville. Yeah, if I'm just like walking by the TV and I have a Louisville match on and I look over, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, Portland's playing."
Yep,
Oh, wait, that's
exactly.
Louisville.
Yep,
Never mind.
yep.
That's Louisville.
Oh
My
yeah.
bad. So yeah, D minus. I don't like the kit. I'm sorry. I I really wanted that Bethany Balcer kit. I'm so sad. I wanted them to do well. They did. I'm probably gonna have to just go get the primary kit. With the is their primary kit still the like light purple like racing colors? I don't remember. I have to look it
I
up.
I don't remember what they have. I can't remember what the kits are. Because didn't they have one that had like diamond shapes on it or something? It was like
Yes, and that's the
purple.
one that I loved.
Yeah, it's like different shades of purple, but that wasn't the one that they had last year, I
No,
don't
they
think.
had the houndstooth purple last year,
Oh,
didn't
yeah, yeah,
they?
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. No, the like Argyle pattern is their home jersey,
Oh, okay, then I was right. Then never mind.
I think. Yeah, houndstooth was, unless Football Kit Archive is wrong, uh I'm pretty sure they're still, I should
There
just
you
go to
go.
their website. Anyway, we are off track. I need to get a Bethany Balcer kit now that she's on a different team. That's all I'm saying. And it wasn't going to be this one, so it's going to be a different kit. But let's move
Fair
on.
enough.
Let's move on. San Diego Wave. Um, I should have looked up how to pronounce this. I think it's Altamar kit. Um, yeah, I need to look up what that means, or maybe I'll see it in this write up. Uh, I'm not I've never heard that before. So the club said that the uniform stands out in shades of blue with pink accents, featuring a bevy of special details designed to highlight and embody the club's crest, because underneath every wave, an unstoppable energy runs deep. The Altamar kit features the dynamic combination of a deep ocean blues and tide like teals. The club, a force of nature, rises together from the ocean's depths to lift San Diego to untold heights. What do you think about the Altamar kit?
So Altamar is Spanish for high seas. So
That's
open
probably why I've never
sea
heard it. I
things.
took 7 years of
Yes.
Spanish and I've still never heard that before. Uh,
So that is where that comes from. So that's
Good to
yeah,
know.
so there we go. That so it does fit. That
It
makes
fits
sense.
perfectly.
Okay, so first and foremost, didn't like this kit.
Really
Really.
interesting.
So they're obviously leaning into their theme of water as expected. And I didn't like it because it just seemed like a super basic water pattern on it. Like they just Googled water and that's the first thing that came up, and then they threw it onto a kit. Um, and I do like the blue accents that they have on the kit itself. But I think that they really missed the mark by not utilizing pink more in the kit, as that is one of their primary colors, and it would make the kit pop. I just think that the pattern of water that they selected didn't allow for more color to be added to the kit itself, and that's why I didn't care for it because I I wanted more pink. I liked the vibrancy that they've used in the past because their crest is so vibrant with color, and I feel like this doesn't it doesn't like it's not all of their colors together, and I just it was off the mark for me, and it could have been so much better. So I gave it a C.
Okay. Last year their kit was my favorite. Um, that kit is great. It's fantastic. The I'm with you on the pink accents thing. Like it says pink accents in the write up, but the only pink accent is the Nike logo's pink, from what I can see. Like that's it.
That's what I saw.
Um, there's no other pink accents in there. Um, but I'm glad for me, I can at least talk about a good kit again because this is a good kit to me. I love the different tones of the water design to really make it look like the water at the surface and what it looks like when you're underwater. I think they got the colors perfect um, to sort of embody that vision. The um, the contrast they've really gone with in the marketing between the primary and the secondary kits, and I really like that. With one being this, sun above the ocean, and then this kit, this opposite secondary kit, being underneath that wave, underneath the ocean. I think that storytelling is great. It's like that's the kind of stuff that I like to see. I like it a lot. I like kits that tell stories, and this kit says, "Hey, you've seen our primary kit and the beauty that is above the ocean with the sun and everything, and the way the waves look from above, and then in contrast, here's what we have on the other side below the ocean." I think it's great storytelling. I gave it an A. I like this kit a lot. I like the colors. I like the storytelling. I like the design. It was an A.
I think that the depiction of being underwater is a great representation of what their team is at the moment because they have lost so many players. So that's a solid
Damn.
job for them for this season of doing that. Like they were above with all of the players and now they've lost all of the things. So that's a great job by them for representing the status of their team right now. So kudos
Jeez.
to their marketing team. I'm being savage tonight.
Damn. Brutal.
But yeah, it wasn't for me. I wasn't a fan of the pattern. But again, I'm curious to see, and I'm going to say this for every single one because I can sit here and look at the pictures, but until I see it on and like on the field, I'm going to have to hold back like my full on opinion because that kit could look great or I might still not like it. I don't know what that pattern's going to look like out on the field. So
Yeah, I just think I liked it in the fact of even though, like you said, it's very much looks like you just took a picture of water and slapped it on a kit. It's not a picture of water. Like it's actually, drawn and designed uh to look like that. It's not like they just, took a Google image and just slapped it on and
that's what
put a
it looks
filter
like
on it or
though.
whatever. But it looks like that because it's well designed. Like it it looks like that. And I like the little the really light blue accents on the sleeves. I think those look really cool.
I do
And then
like
and
those.
then the collar as well has that same like really light blue accent. It looks good. And it looks good with their crest too. It just works for me. I like it a lot. I really do. It was one of my higher graded kits.
I'm feeling we're going to get some backlash. Come
we've
at
been
me.
we've been on opposite sides of a couple of these kits now, so
Hey, we're finding
and
things that
and
which I'm not surprised.
I mean hopefully our episode reaches outside of our community. But I know that there are
Hopefully,
fans in our community that are fans of other teams as well. So sorry, and also it's just a kit.
it
It's
has nothing to do with the team
no,
itself,
that's what I'm
really.
saying.
It's yeah.
But also
Uh,
like I'm not a huge San Diego Wave fan. I wanted to be when they were first coming into the league, and I wanted to be a huge San Diego Wave fan. But uh, I bought their kit last season with Danny Colaprico's name on it because I'm a huge fan of Danny. Um, and that kit is beautiful. And then this kit is also great. I'm not a fan of this club. However, I like the kits that they design.
I like San Diego and I don't like the kit. So that's the
There you
thing.
go.
It's like it's funny. Like that's how it works. It's like it's fine to like not to like or not like a team and not like the kit. Like it's fine.
Yeah, I'm also not a
No,
huge fan of Houston, but I just praised them to no end.
right. Like that's the thing. It's a solid kit design. I'm curious how many more of these we're going to agree or disagree on.
Well,
This has been fun.
let's move on to Seattle. Um, yeah, let's move on to Seattle. This will I'm curious what your thoughts are on
Same.
this one. This
Same.
so this kit is called the Rise. Um, the striking new design represents the club's commitment. This is a very long one. Club's
I'll
commitment to
sit back.
excellence and its continued role as a leader in purpose-led action to drive social change, inspired by the iconic landmarks that stand tall above the city that Reign FC proudly represents. The Rise kit was named for the club's forward momentum and vision for success and impact on and off the pitch. The Rise kit features a modern interpretation of Reign FC's signature colors with flowing golden rays that capture strength, integrity, and structure of Seattle's architectural brilliance found in the city's skyline. Designed as a tribute to ambition, these kit's details showcase the massive Seattle monuments, offering a unique perspective that inspires players, fans, and the entire community to look up, rise up, and strive for greatness. Wonderful. There's like five more paragraphs, but
I
I,
think we've
well,
covered it.
yeah, it talks about the colors being like the Pacific Northwest sun rising over the Cascades, illuminating the beauty of the sea and the mountains and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a really good write up. It's just very long.
I wanted to get all the details covered in all of their write-ups.
Yes,
Um, I feel like we're gonna surprise each other with this one. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be way wrong.
let's go.
I like this one, which is interesting because I feel like people are going to call us out for contradicting ourselves down these things
Yes.
because
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely are. Because this is a light colored kit with light colors on it. It's kind of hard to see what's going on, but I like it's so sleek looking, I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Just like their primary kit.
Yeah, exactly. It's so nice. Like I like the concept of the sun and like the sun rays and what the design pattern on it. I wish that maybe it was a little bit more prominent in color, but maybe that takes away from it. I feel like if it was a little bit darker, it might not look as cool, I guess is the word I would use. It is a very basic white color kit, but that light goldish color depicting the sun, and then you have the blue trim on it. It it's a nice, clean, sleek looking kit, and I gave it a B plus. I really liked it.
Oh, okay. Good, good. B plus. I thought you were gonna
B
say like A something, but
no
I
B
forgot that
plus.
you only gave one A, so
Only
that's
one
fine.
A.
Um, yeah. I really enjoyed Seattle's kits for for a while. The primary kit right now, as I mentioned, is a stunner. This isn't far behind for me. I'm a sucker for white kits. The gold lines almost make the kit sort of look like this cream color in some of the marketing, which I actually think is cooler than like the pure white. But I don't think that's actually the case in person or on the website. It very much looks white, but I like in the marketing that it kind of looks like this cream color. I need to really see it in person to sort of make a final judgment, but the story behind the design I think is great. It felt similar to Chicago's primary kit from last season, like with the different lines like representing certain things. My only problem is the design for TV. Like I mentioned it before, like that's it. it's odd. I think it's like it's good enough that you'll be able to see it. Like I feel like in comparison to putting like a light gray or something on or like a light blue on a kit, on a white kit, I think this gold color you'll be able to at least somewhat see. I don't think it'll be like I don't think it'll look like it'll just be a white kit on TV. The back of it will look like a white kit because it's solid black, as I've mentioned, or solid white, as I've mentioned before, like with the Chicago's primary kit right now, the back is blue because all of these lines in the front, you cannot just like replicate that on the back and it look good. It's the same thing with this kit. You're putting these like sun rays going from the bottom to the top of the kit. Um, Doing that on the back or like wrapping it or what, like it would just look not great. So I understand the choice. I'm not a huge fan of blank back kits, but when you do line patterns like that, you just have to have a blank back of a kit. That's the way it is. But I like the color. I like the design. Um, I gave it a B plus as well.
Oh, look at us go.
It's a good kit. I
I
almost gave
agree.
it an A minus, but I am concerned about the design of it on TV.
Yep.
Maybe I'll
Yep.
change it to an A minus once I see it in person. Um, but for now it's a B plus. I like the kit. I may get one. I just don't know who on Seattle I would get one of.
Lynn,
I already have a
G,
Lynn kit, but I don't
you
have her
do.
new last name. That's
Yeah.
and I am a big fan of Lynn, so maybe I'll do
Yeah.
that. I don't know. That's a
Well,
down the road
Lynn.
question.
You're gonna end
Yeah.
up with a new kit, a new secondary kit from all the teams. Just wait.
Yeah.
Even though you say you
My
don't, we're not gonna get one.
yeah. Yeah. It's fine. Um
It's fine.
yeah.
Oh God, the next one.
Utah Royals.
I can't wait.
Really? Okay. Um so this is design is called the Great Salt Lake design. The design of the Great Salt Lake kit is inspired by the defining natural elements of Utah, paying tribute to the landscape that shape life in the state. Designed to highlight the beauty and significance of the Great Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake kit aims to bring awareness to the ongoing efforts to preserve this vital natural resource. Go ahead, Liz.
Are you sure you didn't need to say Salt Lake one more time?
Yes. The Great Salt Lake kit is representative of the Great Salt Lake, which is in Salt Lake
Salt Lake
City, Utah,
City,
which is right next
Utah.
to the Great Salt Lake.
The Great Salt Lake. Okay, so I didn't like it because I don't like the shade of blue that they picked to go with yellow.
Okay.
Not, I don't like if it was darker, a darker blue, I would like it with the yellow. I just was not a fan of that shade of blue with yellow. It doesn't, it's not appealing to my eye. But again, I don't see colors. I don't feel like everybody else does. So maybe I'm just very, very wrong. So it's just my opinion. So just
You're
take
like,
it for what it's worth.
I hate this green kit. It looks terrible.
And it's not
It
green at
is.
all. Um, I would have rather the kit be like almost a solid blue color and then they do more with it that way rather than it be the pattern that it is. I just didn't care for it. It didn't, I don't care if it's representational of the Great Salt Lake. I just don't, it just wasn't for me. The one thing that I did like though about it is the fact that they changed their crest into the shape of Utah, which is super cool. I really, really like that.
Yeah.
So that bumped it because I was not a fan of it in general, but I changed it to a C minus because I do like the Utah shaped crest.
Okay. What'd you bump it from? Damn.
I don't know.
uh, I think it's a cool kit. I kind of like it. I like the colors. Their colors, I don't know, that blue and yellow don't seem that wrong to me. I don't know what Liz, I don't know what colors you see, but they're blue and yellow. There many sports teams have been blue and yellow. U of M, they look like U of M colors almost.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's why.
maybe. Um, yeah, I was hoping that they would do a design to sort of pair with the mountain design of their primary kit. So they did that with this. So you have like the mountain of the primary, and then this is supposed to be sort of like the rest of the terrain of Utah plus the Great Salt Lake, as the kit says. Um, and I like it's fine. I was gonna give it like in the C's range like you, but I absolutely 100% bumped it up because of the crest being shaped like Utah. Like that's awesome. Like if you have a neat shaped like state, I don't know how well that design works, but when your state is almost a box, it's just like, yeah, that's our state. Done. Like you can tell it is our state because that's what our state looks like. It's a box, but it doesn't like scream like Illinois would look kind of strange. Like Florida would look
Florida,
strange.
Texas.
Michigan, I guess, really wouldn't look all that strange because it's like a very identifiable like mitten hand look, but I still wouldn't want like a crest that looks like a mitten. Um, so just it looks good. I like the redesign of the crest. Um, I also just I don't know. I like the like I said before with the wave, I like the storytelling of like now between their primary and their secondary, like the entire landscape of their state is sort of represented. I think it's a cool kit. It's a stupid sponsor. Sorry, Tatum, I won't be getting it. That's can't do it. Sorry.
They're going to be a really good team, I have a feeling, too. So that's going to
I
be.
agree completely. I
Allie
agree.
Setnor is going to be a problem.
She just needs a little bit of help around her and she will
She,
destroy the universe.
if Chloe Lacasse comes back from her ACL, she'll be right there with her. It's going to be a good time. So can't wait for that. Um, that'd probably be who I would get if I were to get a kit. So,
Yeah,
but
so I gave it a B minus.
fair.
It's it would probably be like a B plus, but I don't like the sponsor. Um, it's stupid, but we don't need to get into
It's
that.
it's stupid.
I'm not gonna wear something that says America First on it. I'm sorry.
No.
It's not gonna happen. I am deeply sorry to Tatum, whose kit I would wear. I said I would get a Tatum kit wherever she went, unless it was Portland, and then
And then
I
you
forgot
lied.
about Utah, and then she went to Utah.
Well, if you can buy it without the sponsor on it,
That would
then
be perfect. The WSL does this in England. All of, well, not all, like four of my five or three of my five West Ham kits all are without the sponsor. They look fantastic. I love them. West Ham has a pure white kit with like a chrome crest, and without the sponsor, it just looks perfect. Like just beautiful, pure white, clean. So if we could just, I'll pay more money for you to take off that sponsor when I buy that jersey. Like, just do it. I will buy it. Like, you will make more money if you just give me the option to not have a sponsor on it. I would every NWSL jersey that I would
yes.
buy if I could get the sponsor off by paying more, I would. Um,
Yeah,
I
nobody wants that on there.
I don't want the sponsors on there. The Houston one, like the sponsorship, just the kit is fantastic, but the sponsorship does make it less fantastic in some ways. Like great sponsor, it doesn't fit the kit. It just
No.
doesn't. It same with the ring with Portland.
Oh
It's just
my,
too big. Like it's
it's so
crazy.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it so like I didn't factor in any of like the sponsor stuff when it came to any of the kits except this one.
Well, for good
This one
reason.
had to be done. Um, let's move on to Washington, our final kit of the evening.
Whoops.
Let's go. It's called the Shockwave. Um, the club says the Shockwave kit's bright color is emblematic of the energy of the crowd and amplifying the power of the cheers of the club's supporters. The Shockwave kit embodies the Spirit's position as a disruptor and our players as stadium shakers, noisemakers, and record breakers. The most notable feature of the new Shockwave kit is the addition of two new shades of green, Spirit Green and Green Strike. The Spirit collaborated closely with Nike to create a unique Spirit Green named after the club and first worn by this season's team. This new color enhances the vibrant yellow kit and reinforces the Spirit's brand's reputation for innovation. Go ahead, Liz, with the Shockwave kit.
Okay. So, first of all,
You're going to change your grade.
no, maybe. Um, so I get it. They want to be vibrant. I like vibrant. I do very much like bright colors. I
Sure.
like popping colors. But there is such thing as too much of a good thing. And I think that this kit is the epitome of too much of a good thing when it comes to too many popping colors all at once because it's just bright. It's too bright. There's too much going on. And who are you, Washington? Tell me who you are. Like we're sitting here talking about like who is racing Louisville now with their green kit? Who is Washington? Like
Highlighter
we've
yellow. That's what Washington
well, we've
is.
but now we're green. Like we've now
Now
created a
we're
new
green.
color, and
Yep.
now we have green, and now we have another shade of green too, and now we have yellow. Like, what are you? Like, I don't understand what is happening. And I Michelle Kang needs to tell me what's going on because we went from their previous color scheme and then we went to like that all like white and black thing that they had going on, like the rebrand, and now we went to highlighter yellow, and now we're adding in bright greens, and I don't understand what's happening. The crest hasn't really changed. Like I don't know what I don't know who they are, and I guess that's where I'm at with them. And I'm also concerned about this kit and how it's going to look on TV because we've talked about this. You're not going to be able to see anything. Like if they're just going to be like they're going to be like blinding the camera, and they're going to have to put the shade over the camera every time they put the players on because it's going to be so bright. And the players can sit there and tell me that they like it and whatever. Yeah, it's a shockwave because it's bright as all get out. And all you did was pick like this bright color, and this bright color. I'm going to throw it on a kit. I didn't like it.
Change your
And
grade.
I'm going to change my grade to a D. I had it as a C plus, and now the more I talk about it, it's not. It's a D.
Oh man, that's so funny. Yeah, I don't know why Washington insists on making bad kits. They used to make good kits. And that's really bothering me. The highlighter yellow is back. It looks terrible. The two tones of green on the sleeves and the collar are just ugly. Um, I think the only saving grace of this kit is that the spirit green is like a color named after the club. Cool. Um, unique.
Don't
And that
have two greens then.
and also that Trinity Rodman said that it reflects her personality, which is loud, noisy, and annoying, but in a good way. So you can thank Trin for making sure that this kit is not given an F. I gave it a D minus.
Look at us go.
This
I
kit
do love
sucks,
Trinity.
other than the fact that Trin is hilarious, and
We love
anybody who
her.
thinks this is a good kit, you can thank Trin for making me almost believe you.
That's the thing. Like the players have to say that they like it, even if they don't. If they're on the team, they're not gonna be like, "This thing sucks." Like they're not gonna
Yeah,
say that. Like
yeah, but I mean,
it,
she said it in a way. She was like, yeah, it's like me, loud, noisy, annoying, but in a good way. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, because it's going to be annoying because it's annoying to look at. It's
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Which maybe is
And
the purpose when you're playing against them, to just be like blindingly disgusted by a horrible colored kit. And
nobody
then
is going to
and then
know
not
that if
scoring.
they're going to be, well, they're going to be able to stand out for sure.
Yeah, you'll
Like,
definitely know where your teammates are.
yeah, you're not going to be able to mistake them for anybody else. No other kit is going to be that color. So I think you're safe. But yeah, they need to figure out who they are. Like they've been in this I'm going to rebrand thing for like it feels 3 years or something like that. They need to pick something. And if this green is their new thing, then take that and go with it. Get rid of the yellow because I don't think it's going to go with the green that they've selected all that well. And pick another solid darker
I,
color to pair with it and be done with
I
it.
think they're yellow. I think that's like their primary is
But is
yellow.
it?
Yeah, I mean they've had two kits that are yellow now.
So they're going to
Um,
be yellow and now this random green color, and that's what we're going to be. Like,
and then their primary kit is black. So then next year, when they change the primary kit, will it be green? Maybe.
it's going to be probably, it's going to end up being like orange or something. Like, it's just going to be the most random thing on the planet. And then we're
Construction
going to be like,
orange.
yeah, what is happening? Like, what are we doing? We're just picking the most outrageous colors out there and going with it, is what it feels like. Because, as Trin said, slightly annoying.
It is annoying.
But
Yeah, I don't like this kit at all. I would never purchase or wear this.
which is
Which
unfortunate because there's good players over there.
and yeah, and I'll preface again, Washington is my second team. Like I like Washington more than I like every other team in the NWSL apart from the Chicago Stars. Like Washington is like my second team. I have a Washington friggin' scarf right here on my chair. Um, I like the team. I don't like their colors or kits. That's just the way it goes. Sorry.
It's unfortunate. That's the thing. It's like Gotham is there for me in San Diego, and I'm like, I don't like either of your kits that you went with, and it's okay. I'm still gonna watch them and
Yeah.
support them when they're not playing
I just want to
Chicago.
keep prefacing that because
Yeah,
like don't come at me or Liz for thinking that
please
we're,
do.
other than the Portland stuff, because Liz is totally biased when it came to that. Or
Absolutely.
Kansas City as well. Uh
Absolutely.
other than those, yeah, if I didn't like the kit, it doesn't mean I don't like the team. Because I do like some of these teams that I didn't like the kits for, and I also like some of the kits from the teams I don't like. So
Isn't it fun?
there was no bias for me other than colors. There was definitely colors that I was biased against because I that's the way that life goes. Purple's my favorite color. If you make a purple kit, I will look at it and like it and maybe wear it.
And don't come at me because I can't tell different shades of colors. Be
Yes.
nice to me.
Yes. They're Gotham's green color. That Liz is a huge fan of.
Is it not green, like for real?
It's like it's a different kind of blue, but it's certainly not green.
I
By
have
any-
a hoodie that says Gotham across it, and I
Unless it's like
swear
unless it's like
it's green.
seafoam green. I
That's what
don't
I would
know.
see. Like seafoam, I feel like people say is blue and some people say is green, and that's what I would go with. It's like that kind of color. So
Okay.
maybe I'm saying it's green and maybe people say it's blue.
Maybe. I don't know. It's yeah, I
I
guess it
could
is
see
kind of
it
like a
being
sea
blue.
foam sort of looking color. Um,
But yeah,
either
be
way.
nice to me about that because I can't help it.
Y-
You can come at me for anything else. I don't
Yeah,
care.
you don't I get you, you don't really actually have to be nice to me in any way. I don't care.
I'm not.
It's just shirts. They're just
And people can
shirts.
sit here and say that we all we do is agree on things. We clearly don't because we
That's
just
true.
disagreed on all of a lot of these things,
Yeah,
actually,
there's a
it
few
feels
that we
like.
agreed on. I'm
But
glad you agreed on our favorites.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Seattle.
Seattle, Houston. I'm glad we agreed
Yeah.
on that. We didn't
Houston's
agree on
solid.
San Diego, but that's okay.
That's okay. I feel like we, for the most part, agreed and on the ones that are important. And we both like the Chicago one. So
Yes, that's true. That's true too. That's important. That's what the listeners really wanted to hear. If you
yeah.
wanted to hear like a even further discussion on that, we did do a larger, more detailed review of Chicago's kit on our episode that came out on Tuesday this week, which was just a news and update episode. We also talked about the kit in there. So go watch and listen to that if you want to hear more of our thoughts and some of the same thoughts on Chicago's kit, because obviously we're not going to say completely different things. This was just an abbreviated version of that. And speaking of Chicago's kits, Red Stars Report will also be holding a customized kit giveaway, just like we did last season for our Discord members. So make sure that you're a part of our community over there on the Discord. It's free. We'll let you know when that contest opens up. You're only eligible to win if you're inside the United States. I am so sorry. For all of our Canadian fans and fans overseas and in other countries. I am so sorry, but just in the United States, yeah. Uh, but the kit giveaway last season, the winner was an Illinois native or lived in Illinois, so that was cool. They said that they had never owned Chicago Red Stars kit before, so it was nice to sort of give them their first kit. That was a really cool experience. So whenever that contest goes up, join our Discord if you're not already on there, and then go. It's literally you just click a button, and then when the contest is over, it'll randomly select someone for you to or to win the kit. So, and then we might do another one later down the line in the season as well. So that'll be really fun to see people's interactions when it comes to that. Thank you for listening to this episode. I will put Liz and I's grades both in a full list of what they are. I'll have to go back and rewatch this full episode to make sure I get Liz's changed grades correct.
It's okay if you don't.
But they're there. They're on the screen. You can see them. Sorry if we didn't like the kits you liked. But that's the way that's the way it goes. Yeah, I guess I'm not sorry. I don't know why I keep saying I'm sorry. But yeah, so make sure that you're subscribed to us if you enjoy our content on all the platforms that you find your podcasts. Also YouTube. I hope you watched this on YouTube so you can actually see a lot of the stuff and the grades and the kits.
And with that, we recorded this all in the same day. So if you watch both episodes and you notice I'm wearing the same shirt, don't be like, ew, you're gross. We recorded this all the same time.
I also recorded an interview that'll also be coming out this week with 134. So you'll see me 3 times. I did change clothes all 3 times though.
I did not. So now it looks like I didn't. Like it's multiple days.
I work in television. This is how it goes. This is how we do it.
Why didn't you warn me?
It's because you were only in 2 of them. I was in 3 of them. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed especially if you want to see all 3 of those and know when those come out. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you leave a like so others can find our content. Follow us on social media, Red Stars Report, to keep up with the latest news between the episodes. Don't forget to join our Discord and click that button so you can get the giveaway for the Chicago Stars kit. Almost said Red Stars. We'll see you next week for another Red Stars Report, an actual episode that is not a special one like this one.